Here's Johnny. My wife has been playing an old arcade cabinet that we have in the house, and I've been laughing because she's been playing. What have you been playing? Bubble Bobble, right? Bubble Bobble. And I've been playing Galaga, but one of our kiddos has been playing Frogger. So I had this crazy idea that I would do an intro for this vlog in the style of Frogger and do like fonts like Vlogger. And so you're just gonna have to imagine it because it probably wasn't the best idea. This weekend's turned out to be pretty great. On Friday we had a vacation day and we decided to head to Calgary to check out the Calgary Zoo. They rented a bunch of pandas from China for 5 years. So they're on a 5-year loan from another zoo. I assume Calgary has done a bunch of renos in their old elephant enclosure to be kind of like this Chinese panda theme park that you exit through the gift shop. And it was pretty cool, although man, it was pricey. With the cost of gas right now, road trips aren't cheap. And so it's 224 kilometers, not that I'm counting, from Lethbridge to Calgary, and then the same distance back. That's just how road travel works. But with the car travel, the admission to the zoo, which was 30 bucks, 35 bucks, $10 in parking, and just the time, I gotta say that the Calgary Zoo marketing team, dead on. They set my expectations a little high though. So, you know, I'm used to pandas being in like Kung Fu Panda or being the World Wildlife Foundation logo, and they totally wrecked it for wrestling fans because the lawsuits from World Wildlife Fund and WWF made wrestling change its name to WWE, but that's a story for another day. So we went and checked out the panda enclosure, and I gotta say, like, it was cool, and I hadn't seen a panda except the last time they borrowed pandas, but I hadn't seen a panda for a while, probably since around the Olympics, which, you know, Calgary is still in the afterglow about the Olympics, but that was in 1988. It's 2018, it's been a while, so time to bring the pandas back. I got some great video of this panda, but this panda looked bored out of his skull. And I guess that's what pandas are. They're isolated animals. They're not really social creatures. So the one that we saw, that we got a really good view of, he's got a cool waterfall and a really great enclosure. He was just kind of chilling, looking bored out of his mind on a rock. And yeah, they do look like teddy bears, killer teddy bears, but they do look like teddy bears. They're super cute. The highlight of my panda viewing experience was watching him yawn, and on the other side I got to watch a panda eject its dinner out the other way, because I guess pandas eat a ton of bamboo and they're super chill, so they just eat a bunch of bamboo. They don't get a lot of nutritional value, and they spend half the time eating and half the time not eating, ejecting the eating. And so as a former owner of a Great Dane, I know the size of dog poop, and panda poop is even bigger, and there's tons of it. So in an enclosure, I feel a little empathy to the volunteers at the Calgary Zoo, but in all seriousness, the Calgary Zoo is a volunteer nonprofit organization, and it must cost a ton to run that place because it is international and world class, and something that Calgary is really proud of. And I'm pretty proud of it too. I mean, I grew up in Calgary, and it's a pretty cool city. And as far as zoos goes, we were really spoiled as kids going to the Calgary Zoo, and we didn't really decide or understand how good that zoo was until we saw zoos in other cities. So I guess from a nonprofit standpoint, go and support the Calgary Zoo. Go check out those pandas if pandas are your thing, and really check it out. But if you don't want to go, if you want to save the $200 it might take your family to see the pandas, then just check out this video B-roll that I shot now. Do you remember the Man Show where they had girls on trampolines jumping at the end? JD's volunteered. I'm just kidding. JD was goading me into doing it for, you know, to get more likes and subscribes here on this YouTube channel. But I got to tell you, I got a pretty creative thinker. I've already had, you know, I've envisioned it. It's not good. Like, it's not good. So we're just going to have a rain check and check that for another day.